Morris will throw, sets it up and gets to Willis, one-on-one coverage. Willis spun around and he doesn't go down the far sideline 30. He's going to score to the 10, the 5. Corey Willis to the end zone. Touchdown, Central Michigan. Central Michigan's record in the MAC on the road this season, a perfect 4-0 after a 42-23 win at Kent State on Tuesday night. We'll give you all the highlights next on Chippewa Rewind.
Let's go take it away. Let's run. Let's block. Let's tackle. Let's throw. Let's catch. Let's do all the things we know how to do to the best of our ability. Don't look up at the scoreboard till it's over. We good to go?
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Welcome into Chippewa Rewind with head coach John Bonamigo. I'm Adam Jacksa. Coach, 4 straight wins for your team in the latest victory against Kent State, 42-23 on Tuesday night. What stuck out to you most in that performance?
Well, a lot of things. It wasn't exactly the way we scripted it, and quite frankly, and there were some areas where we really didn't play that well. We weren't as sharp as I would hope we would be. It's challenging when you're coming off of 2 really emotional games, going on the road against an opponent that frankly doesn't have a very good record. But we knew that Kent State would come to play. It was the last game on their home field for their seniors. And they're a team that had played tough and has played us tough in the past, as we mentioned last week. I mean, they beat us at home a year ago. So they had a lot to play for. They were a confident group. But in the end, we made enough plays down the stretch to win the football game. We don't ever make apologies for winning. It was still a convincing win, but it was sloppy in some areas. We'll have to address some things coming out of this, and we're gonna have to play a lot better a week from now against a very good NIU team at home.
Still a good feeling, though, as you said. Maybe some sloppy areas, but nice to still come out with a victory. Let's take you inside Dick Stadium on Tuesday night. It was senior night for the Golden Flashes. They got out to a 3-0 lead, and for the first time this season and the first time under you, your team takes a kickoff back.
It's a little late, but I'll take it. We had one a couple weeks ago against Ohio U, but that one got called back. This is just a really good job here of blocking. See the wedge there. And the guy that stands out really was Damon Terry. Gets about 3 blocks there as he leads Gerard through. Really happy for Gerard. Reserve running back, sophomore, blocked a punt a few weeks back against Ball State and really making the most of his opportunities on special teams. That was a huge play in the game. He had 2 other returns that were to midfield that gave us great field position, largely in part to the work of that kickoff return team.
So 98 yards to the house, 7-3 Central Michigan. Your team gets a stop, and then Jonathan Ward, well blocked here, gets into the end zone.
Yeah, really great job here. On the left side, running over Clay Walterzak, and Kumino Gwilly comes through, blocks the linebacker, and you see the last block down there by Conklin. So to get him in the end zone, a nifty bit of running there by Ward, but a lot of people doing a very good job at the point of attack and also on the backside. So it's great when you see guys doing their jobs, especially a guy like Conklin, very unselfish player, dominating the last defender to get Jonathan in the end zone.
14-3 Central Michigan. That was early in the second quarter. Team gets another stop. And then Shane Morris, how about this open field move to sneak free for 30-plus yards?
Yeah, this is a nice job here on the zone read. He ends up keeping it here. So you're going to see the mesh, and the end comes down. They're trying to get the backer out there on him. He makes him miss. And next thing you know, he's out to midfield. So great job blocking, perfect read and execution on that play.
Shane looking real nimble, moving well for Central Michigan. And then here he uses his arm, and Mark Chapman with great speed to break away to the end zone.
Yeah, this was, caught them, I think, in man coverage here. We get a little pick route there over the middle. Mark catches the ball with some room and is able to turn on the jets. He's done that several times this year where you give him a little bit of space, he can really move. He's got really good speed, and he showcases it there as he gets in the end zone.
Mark Chapman, 4 catches for 85 yards on Tuesday night, and that touchdown, the first since he had that 3-touchdown performance against Kansas. 21-3 Central Michigan. Golden Flashes would get a touchdown, make it 21-10, and then here's a beautiful ball from Shane. Lofted perfectly to Ty Conklin.
Yeah, I thought this might be one of the nicest throws I've seen him make. You see that the touch there as he drops the ball right in over the top of the defender and then to Conk, and Conk gets it down there into the red zone. It's a great pass, great throw and catch, and great run after the catch by Tyler.
Late in the second quarter, that sets up Tony Poljan, his first career touchdown, Coach.
Yeah, nice job here. We run he runs the follow play there. He's at 6'7". He doesn't have to stretch that far to get the ball to the end zone. It's great to see Tony score his first touchdown as a Chippewa. And you'll notice that one of the first people over there to congratulate him was Shane Morse, which was a great thing to see. Those guys, as hard as they've competed with one another, they're very, very close. They pull from one another, and that really says a lot about both of them in terms of their commitment to team first and their character.
Part of the great chemistry on this 2017 team. 28-10, your team in front, Coach. They do get a late touchdown here, a big play on a couple of missed tackles.
Watching the game, that's one thing I felt like we just weren't sharp in this game tackling. We normally pride ourselves on being a great tackling team, and last night, frankly, we weren't. And I don't know if part of that's coming off of a short week and cutting back on the amount of contact. The health and safety of our team and how the players feel going into the game is something that's, it's very important to us. But where there's give, there's take, and so we just weren't as sharp as we need to be, and that'll be addressed, and we'll get that cleaned up.
Weren't as sharp as you needed to be, but still in front by 11 points at the half. We'll take a look at the second half highlights when we come back, and later on, we sit down with senior captain Amari Coleman.
I remember when I was looking at schools, my dad told me that when I found the right one, I would definitely know, and it was going to be a feeling. And when I was here, it felt like home. And the people here, they felt like family. And I remember being in the bookstore, and I was picking out all this apparel, but I was like, what, do you think you're coming here or something? I was like, matter of fact, I think I am.
I would like to say thank you so much for all of your support and donations that you've given to our university over the course of the years. We look forward to making you proud on and off the field, not only the football team, but all of the athletic programs at our university, and we promise to make you proud.
I'd like to personally thank you for your support and investment in Central Michigan athletics. Your generosity allows our student athletes to compete on a national level, academically, athletically, and personally. Once again, thank you for your support, and fire up Chips.
Of good sportsmanship.
It's game time, baby. What's up?
Central Michigan leading 28-17 at the break, and Kent State gets the football first. They put together a couple of first downs, and they're driving here, and Darwin Kelly with a huge hit to knock the football out.
Yeah, I had a couple of these last night, but this one, the ball comes out. You see Darwin come in and really gets his face mask on the ball. Ball comes out, and Alex Briones recovers it. I think that's Alex's maybe third or fourth fumble recovery on the season. So it's great to get the turnover there. It's a great job on that play.
12th fumble forced and recovered by Central Michigan this year. Now, there was no scoring in that third quarter, so it stayed 28-17. We move to the fourth, and here's another chunk play that they're able to get.
Yeah, they did a nice job here on the reverse. They get hats there. We're just a little bit late coming off of some blocks. Don't take good angles. Another missed tackle there. It'll be addressed, but we've got to be better than that, and we certainly have been, and we will be again.
Kent State tightens it up 28-23 with about 11 minutes to play. They decide to go for two, and this is a terrific play by Osman to keep the momentum with you guys.
Yeah, this is a great job here by Joey. You see him get off on the ball. He beats the tackle with really an up and under move. So gets the quarterback there and makes the play. And we'll get used to seeing those plays by our man Joey Osman.
Career day for Osman, 11 tackles after he had missed a couple of games with injury.
Great having him back in the lineup for certain.
Absolutely. So it stays 28-23, and then the next drive after you get the stop, important your team goes down and scores. And Corey Willis somehow keeps his balance here and goes the distance.
Yeah, again, you know, it's a game of running, blocking, throwing, catching, and tackling. Here we caught them in a blitz. Corey's the hot route on that, and Shane keeps his poise, is able to deliver an accurate catch. Corey makes the catch, spins out of the tackle, and when you give 8 the ball in open space and he can see the goal line, there aren't many people on the field that are going to catch him. And we've seen that happen time and again. And I believe that ties him now with Antonio Brown for all-time touchdown receptions. So he's in really good company.
Yeah, he certainly is. You're right. He's third all-time now, tied with AB. So a big touchdown for Willis, and really important in that game to try and get some momentum back. Now, this is another challenging spot for your team. 35-23, Shane makes a mistake, throws an interception. They've got it 1st and goal. And how about the pursuit from your defense? Fumbled snap, they chase it, and force a 2nd and long upcoming.
Yeah, you see all 4 of those defensive linemen there, so that are in chase, and along with Carlos Clark there. But I think Briones gets there first, and then it's followed up by Brisson Fast and Mike Dana. So great job by those guys. Again, it's a game of opportunities. You either cash in on them or you don't. That one presented itself, and we were able to capitalize.
A play later, still 3rd and goal. It's a 29-yard play coming up, and your defense again gets another sack here, gets to the quarterback.
Again, 3-man rush here with the blitz coming, but actually Mike Dana gets there before the blitzing linebackers do, and just beats the tackle right around the edge for the sack.
Romello Ross would get his first touchdown of the season late. Final score, Central Michigan 42, Kent State 23. Your 4th straight win. And Coach, how about going perfect on the road this season? The MAC, you go 4-0 on the road in MAC games this year. Very impressive. The first time this program has done that since 2009.
Yeah, I mean, again, credit goes to our players and our coaching staff, and it's a funny thing. I mean, who you play, when you play them, and where you play them. I think who you play and when you play them factors in more than when you play. There's a few venues in our conference that are challenging, but for the most part, you're not at a big disadvantage playing on the road in the Mid-American Conference. We're just happy to keep winning, and we really don't think of it in terms of whether we're at home or on the road. It's just it's the next opponent, it's the next challenge, and we're just trying to prepare as best we can week in and week out.
Well, your team now 7-4 on the season and 5-2 in the Mid-American Conference. One regular season game left coming up against NIU. We'll preview the Huskies when we come back, but first we visit with senior cornerback Amari Coleman to get his story and how he ended up here at Central Michigan.
Hi, this is Coach John Bonamigo here. I want to thank all of our 1100 Club members for your support. Your generosity supports our above and beyond initiatives each year and have enabled us to recruit on a national level, improve our facilities, and acquire technology needed to advance our program. On behalf of all of our coaching staff and student athletes, I'd like to thank you again for being part of the CMU football's inner circle. Fire up Chips.
For more information on joining the 1100 Club and becoming a part of CMU football's inner circle, call 989-774-6680.
Pretty much this is my only D1 offer, so I feel like it was pretty easy for me to go here, and as soon as my first visit, I liked it a lot, and I feel like I fit in pretty good here, so I feel like that was my process. Coming out of D8, I feel like it's pretty rare for people to get like a lot of D1 offers, but I feel like I was always capable of getting a lot more offers, but it just never really happened. And when I got this opportunity, I just took advantage of it and seized it, and I feel like just took it from there. A lot of people here are like D1, D2, and they always talk about how they're just so much better than the lower divisions. And me and Joey O and Briones have different thoughts on that, and I feel like coming out here, just try to prove that every day.
Amari talks about his relationship with Coach Collins and how he's helped him become one of the most feared corners in the MAC.
He taught me a lot of technique-wise. I feel like he taught me a lot of press, My press technique coming in here, I didn't like know a lot of technique stuff, and I feel like throughout the years he's taught me a lot. He's a really good coach, and he's a good person in general. I feel like he's taught us a lot off the field, and I feel like it correlates to on the field as well. Having him experience a lot of things through college and through his younger years, to try to relay it on to us and get that message through us, so we can learn from his mistakes and his things that he did well to translate it to our lives. And he always had faith in me since I've been here. Even my freshman year, I feel like even when sometimes I didn't have faith in myself, he always had faith in me, and I feel like that helped me a lot.
Having to switch from offense to defense was a struggle at first, but Coleman isn't counting out offensive snaps in his future.
I mean, it was pretty tough, because I feel like I was more comfortable on the offensive side, even though in high school I played defense, but it's a different level. So I feel like it was pretty tough, but at the same time, it was something I wanted to do, because I wanted to get on the field and play. And that was probably going to be the first position I was going to be able to play. So I feel like it was pretty tough, but I liked it. It was a tough grind. Oh, it's helped a lot. I feel like my ball skills in the air, I feel like it's helped get the turnovers and play the ball well. Personally, I feel like I still play receiver, so it'll be nice to get on both sides eventually. You know, if that ever comes around, I would like that. I'll admit that I like having the ball in my hand and doing stuff with it, you know, getting in the end zone.
The senior defensive back looks ahead to what's next following college and discusses life after Central Michigan.
Well, pretty much, I mean, I'm trying to just finish out this year first and then focus on these last few games we have in the bowl game. And after college, I want to pursue the NFL. That's my main goal. That's what I want to do.
Well, Amari Coleman has developed into a stud player for you. Coach, it is crazy to believe he had one offer out of high school, and it was from Central Michigan, and look what he's doing now.
Well, you know, when I see that piece, it makes me think of a couple things. Number one, the recruiting process is far from an exact science. And two, it's really about opportunities. And no matter how highly you are recruited, you know, you still have to prove yourself wherever you get to wherever you're going. He's an example, Joey Osman's an example, Alex Briones is an example of guys that had an opportunity and have just made the most of it. They've developed here on and off the field. I'm really proud of Amari, just what he's been able to accomplish on the football field, but also the young man that he is. You know, when we talk about the senior leadership in that locker room, I mean, he's right at the top of that list. You know, he's just a guy that, you know, every day, you know, has an enthusiasm for the game, goes out and competes, and just gets better every single day he's out there. I think he's going to have opportunities. I'm sure he will, and I know he'll make the most of it. And he's somebody that obviously I'm pulling for and want to help as much as possible, because I think he has what it takes.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch and see where he goes once his career with the Chippewas is over. Well, Amari Coleman in Central Michigan, your team has one game remaining in the regular season. It's NIU at home, Black Friday next week, and you're trying to pick up 8 wins against a pesky Husky team that's fighting for the top spot in the MAC West. What's it going to take to get a win, Coach?
Well, we're going to have to play really well. We're going to have to play better than we did last night, certainly. You know, they're a good football team, I think, on both sides of the ball, and even in the kicking game. They really don't have a lot of warts. You know, it doesn't matter who's playing quarterback for them, and I know they've gone through a couple of them. They just seem to churn out yards. Defensively, that front is really, really good. They've been stingy giving up yards in the run game. I think they're leading the league right now in run defense, and they're right up at the top, if not number 1 in total defense. So we're going to have to put together a great plan. You know, it's the last game for our seniors at home in Kelly Shorts, so that's always you know, a big deal, a motivating deal. You know, we're just going to have to execute and be hitting on all cylinders. NIU is a very good football team.
Central Michigan going for their 5th straight win this season, and it would be the 4th in a row against the Huskies, as Central Michigan has won 3 straight against NIU. Well, Coach, good luck to you, and as you mentioned, Senior Day, you certainly want to have some fans come out and support this class that has worked extremely hard for your program.
Definitely, if you can make it, if you're in town, love to see you there. Thank you all for your support. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. You know, I want to take the time here to let everyone know how thankful I am for all the support, how thankful our team is. I'm thankful for my family, namely my wife Paulette and my 3 children, Javi, Gio, and Belina. And to have the opportunity to coach at Central Michigan and work with what I feel is the best group of student athletes in the country. We love them all, and fire up Chips.
Well, Coach, we're certainly thankful to have you here at Central Michigan with your family and your program. One more game coming up against the Huskies. Hopefully you'll make it out there next Friday at Kelly Short Stadium. That's going to wrap up our show. For head coach John Bonamigo, I'm Adam Jaxa. Have a great week, a happy Thanksgiving, and fire up Chips.